Welcome to Playing with JS2. We're going to continue on from where we started with Playing with JS1. I've just forked the last code pen, renamed it Playing with JS2. Head to the description to find that. So all I've done here is commented back out the prompt so that we're not seeing that all the time. Like I said, we need a little bit more of some functionality so that our user can change what their favorite color is. Let's add the functionality for a user to be able to click on the div and be able to re-input their favorite color. We can do this by adding what's called an ID selector to our div by typing ID equals and then our quotes, and we can call it whatever we want. We will call it container. And back to our JS. So we'll type document dot get element by ID. Inside of parentheses and quotes, we'll put container so that we are getting the element with the ID container from our HTML. We'll say dot add event listener. Inside of parentheses and quotes, we can put click. What that will do is listen for the event of clicking on our container div. That's the line that we just created. We put a comma, function, parentheses, curly braces, and we'll enter it in. Put a semicolon there. Let's move this all over so we can see a little bit better here. Okay, so document.getElementById, container, add event listener, click, and then we've got a function. This function is what will happen when we click, okay? So let's say we put everything that we had before that only happened when the page loaded, and we'll put it all inside of our function here, okay? We'll uncomment this out, command / control / on a Windows. Okay, let's see if this worked. This is the big moment of truth. And we clicked, a prompt came up, what is your favorite color? I'll say red. And our background changed to red. Success! We've done it. That's amazing. Okay, so let's try clicking on it again. Blue, it changes. Click on it again. Green, and we've got green. Okay, so this is the second level of user interaction. We've already got the user able to click on the div, if they can figure that out, and change the background color just by typing in their favorite color. So that's a step forward. Now what we need to do is make this a little bit more user-friendly. I think it would be really difficult for a user to come to our website and understand how they would even go about changing the background color. Nothing says to click the div. There's not really a good user interface, so let's learn a small lesson in design, as well as upping the level of our JavaScript that we've learned so far. Make sure to type all of this stuff by hand so that you can get some muscle memory in here. And then this will all be second nature. It's really not that hard. You can build a website that users will enjoy interacting with after watching these videos. The last thing I want to tell you about in this video is about classes and IDs. Remember how we added that ID to the div that said container? IDs allow us both in our CSS and in our JavaScript to target specific elements that we have named ourselves. The other way we can do this is with classes. Classes are essentially the same idea, but we can use it for many things. What if we want 20 divs that all look exactly the same, but behave a little bit differently? We can add the class container to all of them and apply those styles in our CSS just to the class container. Then we can add IDs individually to the ones that we want to interact with on an individual basis. This allows us to not have to style individual elements in our CSS and copy a bunch of lines of code, and it also allows us in our JavaScript to target a bunch of things at the same time and make them all interact in the same way. So classes and IDs are a very important concept. We'll go over them a little bit more in the future. Until then, head over to Playing with JavaScript 3 for us to up the ante a little bit with our user interaction. Make sure to comment if you have any questions, give the video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, and subscribe for the future videos. See you next time.